Today is Saturday, February 29th. It's about 11:15 in the morning and it's 62 degrees. It's supposed to get really windy today and be that way tomorrow, and the temperature is going to drop like 10 degrees. I think it's supposed to get up to 77 or something like that today. So I wanted to show the progress in the garden and do a garden diary. I don't think there's much over this way to show. I picked some seeds off of the oleanders. I didn't know that they produce like these fuzzy seeds, so I got those, and I'm gonna try planting oleanders from seeds. But these little guys, they like it over here. They're fine if they grow up, and everything, they'll put in a nice screen, and you can see the buds on the trees. And then mostly what I've been doing is babying my babies. Oh, you can see the armerias are gonna start to bloom here shortly. There's quite a few coming up on that. This guy that I planted back here is still doing well. That mum's doing good. There's even some growth in this little pot, which is amazing. I had my husband take our old rain barrel that we weren't using anymore because it didn't work exactly the way we wanted to, and I've got all my sticks and stakes in there, so that works nice. My husband trimmed back that Texas Ranger. I think this is the cutest little, I don't know what these are, but I just think they're just so darling. They're coming up everywhere, so they might have been one of the wildflower seeds I had at one point. I don't know. Anywho, none of these look all that great, but they are getting water. They're kind of dry, but they are getting water. So these are some of the plants that I'm hardening off. So they're out here right now. I got lots of peppers. I have a few eggplants, not a whole lot, but a few. And then these are all strawberries down in there. And they were started from seeds, so they started out really tiny and have gotten pretty good size. You can see our plum trees are all pink. This is getting some growth on it. I cut about half of the calibrachoa that was drooping over here, and then in a few days I'm gonna cut the other half off, so then it's gonna mainly just be what's on top here, which is green. But we found that when we cut them back severely, like took all that brown off of them, they died. So we're a little more protective of them this time. We're thinking we're going to get maybe a sago for that pot right there, which is what this plant in the middle is a sago palm. So that would be pretty. I think it would look pretty. It would look kind of like our old fountain. Oh, I planted a calibrachoa over in here. This little guy. He was a propagation, and I cut a little bit of this off. I'm going to cut some more off. So my blueberries. I gotta give them some probably acidic fertilizer or something. I don't know yet. This Cape honeysuckle is doing awesome. I'm gonna move that salvia over by the bridge, but probably not for a little while. I don't know. Got lots to do. Here's the goji berries. They're getting nice and green. This is the goji as well. Oh, this came out of, we planted some pansies up in those red pots there. And so this was in one of those red pots. I think it's a calibrachoa. So we moved it over to this pot. These are aronia berries and they've got some growth on them. I've been working on trying to get the weeds out of the rocks. And then right now we're running an experiment. We have a bunch of drip pans in here and we're collecting water. We're gonna see if it'll water these plants underneath. But I got lots of babies in there right now. And there's my tomato plants. And then I had those peppers in the greenhouse back there. So all of these I've been working on hardening off. I'll show the African daisies. And then I've got a bunch of cilantro. And then this is spinach down at this end. That's all spinach. And then this is all cilantro. And I pulled every single little one of these almost out of the rocks. And these I just transplanted like a day or two ago. And they seem to, they're perky, so that's a good sign. It might make it. Anyway. Excuse me. Over here. We're gonna get tested on our wind strength on this cover too. See how well it does. And then these are the pansies I bought. I bought some for the front yard too that have like a brown eye on them or a burgundy eye. But we wanted a little color in those pots. I don't think anything's happening here. Oh, that's pepper. Anyway, that's my garden diary. This is February the 27th. And my husband is building me a little hoop house over my raised bed. I absolutely love it, but we found that right now our hoops are too big, so the material that's 10 feet wide, I think it is. It doesn't say how big it is. Anyway, we've decided that we're going to cut down the hoops a little bit, not make them so tall so that the material touch the ground. So that's what we're doing. It's so fun. How wide did you say this was? The material?
10 feet, I think. Doesn't it
10?
say on there?
No.
It should.
I didn't see it on there.
Because maybe I didn't get what I ordered.
Okay, so what we wound up doing is we cut 2 feet off of each of these hoops. So now that's 2 feet plus another 14 inches that was originally cut off of it, off of the originals. And then I cut the fabric, and the fabric was 16 and a half feet long is about what it measured by the time I cut it, to give lots of room on either side to hold it down. So far so good. So I'm gonna stake these tomatoes. I'm just setting them outside for a little afternoon sun. They came out early this morning and had some morning sun. Those are my strawberries. Those are strawberries and peppers, and then those are just peppers. It's a little overcast, but it's gorgeous out. And there's my hoop house. We went and got some pavers. Paid 58 cents a piece for those. And then we couldn't get the binder clips. Would have worked better, but all they had at the dollar store were these kind of clips, so we're gonna get binder clips. And then I staked all the plants inside that were all in the greenhouse before. And then we watered them today, and we're gonna see tomorrow what they look like. If they're dry or not, and we need to water them every day or every other day. We don't know yet.